All right.
We're live.
Welcome to Fuck You, I'm Smarter, the comedy game show where we compete with a guest to be crowned the smartest person in the room. Zoom.
Yay! Here we are.
Here we are. And for our listeners, we are live on YouTube. Hopefully, if it worked out, we hope that this is a new thing.
This is a new thing. You can catch us live.
Yeah,
on YouTube now for all of our episodes. They'll be uncut, unedited, and unwashed.
Yeah. So if you go on our YouTube channel, which is Fuck You, I'm Smarter, hopefully this will work where we go live. We'll give you a shout out to let you know on Instagram when we're going live, and then you could watch it later at any time.
Yeah.
We'll
see. Isn't it interesting to be all like at the same time too old and too young for YouTube?
Yes, we're right in the middle of YouTube.
We're in the middle of YouTube's life cycle, and we don't fit in anywhere. Like we're not we were around when it started, right?
Sure.
Yeah, but it's like we didn't get super into it.
Let me ask
and
you
now
something.
It's like some people, like young people and old people I know that are trying to be young, like just watch YouTube.
As a television show.
Yeah, they watch all their content on YouTube.
What was the first viral video you remember?
It's probably some kind of cat, right?
I don't know. It was like a cat thing.
I can't recall.
Do you remember the video that was like gator eats deer eats? It was like pig eats deer, and then gator jumps out of the water and eats all of them. Do you remember this video?
No. Was it real?
Yeah, and that was one of the first. It was like a gator, a coyote. I don't know.
And they all ate each other like a human centipede.
Yes, you're watching like one chase the other one, and then it gets it, and then all of a sudden an alligator jumps out of the water, and
it's like, fuck you guys, this is how you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Speaking of alligators, happy spring break!
Woo!
Wow! Spring break! Now, if you were watching the YouTube, spring break. Thanks. If you're watching the YouTube, you would know that we just showed our tits because that's what you do.
Exactly.
On spring break.
Exactly.
You show your tittas.
Of course.
Especially if you're from Florida.
I never did it. Well,
come on. I'm sure you showed your tits.
But but for my own pleasure.
Maybe a couple of friends.
Yeah.
I just showed my tits on our Joshua Tree trip.
Thank you for that.
No problem.
She likes to do that. Yeah, but spring break was not something that I normally did. Although, I would have the time off from school, but I never really went on a spring break trip. Like, I feel like was the classic thing to do. I think I was turned off by the spring break type atmosphere.
If that's cool for school.
I'm not. Maybe. Yes, I like to think so, but I also, I don't know. I'm just not like, it's not that I wasn't into partying, but like a little more classy, a little more weird, a little less frat.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
I have two memories of spring breaks, and it could have been the same trip. I somehow wound up on a trip with a bunch of dudes. And from what I remember, it was me and like 5 guys and maybe a girlfriend. But I was like the only girl that wasn't a girlfriend.
Sounds very threatening.
I don't know how it happened. So one memory I have is us like smoking so much weed in the car. Hotboxing the car, like getting really Florida.
Of course.
High. And then it's, spring break, so it's probably 90 degrees outside and we're already sweating.
No, I'm sweating and I feel nauseous just thinking about this.
So someone in the group thought it would be hilarious to turn my seat warmer like all the way up.
That's cruel.
But I didn't know. And everyone in the car knew but me. And I was just really high and I was like, it's so
real hot.
And I was like sweating. I was like, is anyone else like dying? Like, what is happening? And they were all laughing and giggling. We were all really stoned. And they let it go on for like 20 minutes before they told me they put the seat warmer all the way up.
Oh my God.
It was really funny.
That's like things that people do when they're hazing people.
Yes.
And then they die and then they go to jail.
Yes. So one more thing from this, I believe, same trip is when you grow up in Florida, all along 95, the 95 highway, are these signs, we bear all.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. We bear all.
We bear all. Trucker stop, strip club. Yeah. Free showers for truckers.
We all have seen the signs. We know the signs are so they have like each sign will be a different
Girl.
but they're all like they have not updated their marketing since the 80s.
Yes.
So it's like a different picture of an 80s hot girl who's probably now a grandmother.
Yes. And it's just like We Bear All, trucker stop, and restaurant, I guess.
I believe they had food, yeah. I mean, I never tried it.
Well, I did.
Yes, tell us everything. Oh my God, this is a special moment for our Floridian listeners.
We Bear All, babies. So like, if you're from Florida, you know you've grown up seeing these signs forever. And we're driving past, and I forget where we were going. We're probably going to Gainesville or something. And one of the guys was like, "Oh, We Bear All," and I'm like, "We need to go. Like, we've seen this sign all our lives."
That it was your idea.
Oh yeah, like we need to go, and we need to go now.
Yeah.
And so we're really stoned, and we pull over, and we go to We Bear All, and there's like a restaurant. So it's a strip club where there's strippers, but then there's the waitresses that also are topless.
Okay.
And I looked at my friend Mike. I looked around. It was all truckers in there, and I looked at my friend Mike, and I was like, "If you leave me, I will never talk to you again."
Where would he go?
I don't know. In my head, I was like, he's going to go get a lap dance or
I
something.
See. Okay.
I'm like, don't fucking leave me. First of all, when you're a girl and you go to a strip club.
You're safe.
No, you're always like part of the attention because you're safer for the
them.
Girls. So they started
gravitate to you. Got it. Okay.
And I was high and I was just like, don't go anywhere. It was a sad situation. There were a lot of like missing teeth. There were some bruises. It was real depressing.
That's rough.
It wasn't fun. It made me very upset.
You regretted it.
Yeah. I was like, I wanted to rip every single girl out of there and be like, can I
give them a new life?
Yes, I want to give you a new life. Like this, there's got to be something better than this.
Right.
Ba-da-ba. Like the men in there were real bad.
What was that?
It's from a show.
What show?
I don't remember which show.
For me, I thought it made me think of Beauty and the Beast. I was like, there must be more than this provincial life.
Right. I wanted to get up and save all of them. It was really sad. I thought it would be a fun like field trip.
Like a lark.
It was free showers in the back.
How were they hot?
I didn't go in there. I didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't eat the food.
I remember stopping at truck stops when I took like a road trip with a friend right after high school and went all around the country. And we would eat sometimes. There was Flying J's. Like for some reason we like love Flying J's because it's like a diner and a gas station and a truck stop. And we loved the diner. But there's a lot of truckers, and we saw like the bathrooms and the showers, and we're like, we would pass by like just blinding our eyes, like, no, don't look in there, don't go in there, stay away from there, lest you get sucked in.
Yeah, it's like a scary place for a woman.
Oh yeah,
you
absolutely.
just don't know what really goes down in those situations.
Wow,
well,
spring break, babies!
Spring break, babies! So welcome to our special spring break episode.
Absolutely.
We have a few spring break related games, and then I think Kelly has like a follow-up, right?
I only have one thing prepared. It is a game.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with spring break.
Right.
But we thought, you know what? We got held back from going to our spring break festivities because we failed. Mm-hmm. So like this is me in detention, basically.
I see.
Okay, so
I'm going on spring break and
I'm
Kelly's
staying back and I'm learning.
Got it. Okay.
So last week we had Brooks Wheelan on the show. If you haven't listened to it, go listen. It's a really fun episode. And we were doing a biology game that I was leading. And I mentioned something about reptiles being water-only animals. That's not true. And then I changed my mind within the context of the same sentence probably. And I was like, no, they're actually land only. Neither one of those things is true. So I have done a little bit of a deep dive here into reptiles.
Okay.
Should I go ahead and do it? Or
sure, let's start with Kelly got held back and then we'll go to spring break.
Wouldn't that be more fun?
Yeah. Let's get
the learning over with so we can party.
I like it.
All right. So this game is called the Reptile Redemption Report.
Love it.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I love reptiles, and I'm always ready for reptiles.
And just, I would just like to apologize right here and now for making such sweeping and false accusations and generalizations about reptiles in that previous episode. So I'm here to redeem myself.
Nobody's perfect.
All right. The Reptile Redemption Report. Lindsey, number one. As we all know, reptiles and amphibians are cold-blooded vertebrates who lay eggs. The primary distinguishing feature between amphibians and reptiles is the ability of one of them to sustain life underwater for at least part of its life. Which one is it?
I just have to guess.
Well, you have a 50-50 chance. Reptiles or amphibians?
They're able to what?
Part of their life is lived underwater.
I think it's amphibians.
That is correct.
Okay.
Very good. You look so scared. You look so frightened right now.
An example, please.
Well, amphibians begin life in the water and then they mature on land. So they start out.
A tadpole.
Correct. So frogs are amphibians. Wow. So they begin life breathing water through gills and then they grow to breathe air through lungs later. Reptiles only have lungs.
So they hatch from a little egg under a rock or something.
Under a rock or in the water. Like
amphibians, but
amphibians.
reptiles
are
land only.
Land only. Like how you see like sea turtles lay their eggs in the sand and then the turtles go into the water.
What is that? An amphibian?
No, that's a reptile.
That's a reptile.
Turtles are reptiles. Toads and frogs are amphibians.
Okay.
So this leads me to my second question. What are 5 types of reptiles, Lindsey? So we already said turtles, right? That's one.
Lizards.
Yes. God, you're so fucking smart. Yes, you're so fucking smart. I'm so proud of you.
Slinks.
Skinks. I think that's probably part of a lizard family. I'm gonna. I don't have them on here.
Lizards, turtles, snakes.
Yes. What about? Think about where we're from, baby.
Alligators.
Yeah, fuck yeah, they're part of that crocodile family.
Oh.
And then there's one more that no one would ever know because
platypus?
No, it's called a tuatara, and it is a type of lizard, or more specifically, a species similar to a lizard that's only found in New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so fine. Yes, you got it.
We only have like 3 New Zealand listeners, so does that even count?
Do we?
Maybe.
Or we only have 2?
I think we have 2.
We have 1.
Or 1.
Is it 0? Is it just Australia?
No, we have, I think, 1.
If you're a listener in New Zealand, please reach out to us.
And then can you invite us over there?
Yeah.
If we got no COVID over there.
We could do so, and neither do we. We've both just been tested, which is why we're sitting together in a room.
I thought you meant the United States, and I was like, what's country are you living in?
No, the two, just singularly the 2 of us. Yes. Boo-ba-da-boo. Yes, ba-ba-da-ba. I'm just trying to decide if I should tell you more about the tuatara because it's kind of cool.
Tell us about it.
All right. Well, it's found in New Zealand only, and its closest relatives are actually an extinct group of reptiles that existed around the time of the dinosaurs.
Wow.
So like looks like a lizard, but it's not. It's like literally its closest descendant goes all the way back to that time. So they look like lizards. And they have a crest of spiky scales down the center of their back and tail. And they have no external ears. Lizards have external ears. They don't. They like cooler weather as opposed to warm. And they're nocturnal. All differences.
Speaking of dinosaurs, what place did we mention recently that has its own dinosaur? Because we're going back. If we're gonna
redemption. If this is a redemption show. Dinosaur has its own dinosaur, own dinosaur. I remember this.
Dinosaur.
The last dinosaur. Is that a song?
Do you remember what episode it was?
No. Hold on. Oh, fuck. I do know.
It was like,
I'm going to cut this part out.
2 episodes ago.
Yeah. We were talking to somebody. Cool. We were talking to somebody. Talking to somebody real neat.
We were talking to Renee.
Yeah, Renee Culver.
And where is Renee from?
She is from where did she say?
Come on! Really?
Yeah, it's been
Colorado.
Colorado Springs. Yeah, the garden of the gods.
Great. Holy moly cannoli.
I don't have a great memory.
Wow. I mean, I have a really bad memory.
I smoked a lot of pot in my youth.
Same, but that was pretty bad.
Okay. Sorry. I don't have a good memory on the spot. It's a trauma response. Okay, sorry.
That's why we're here.
All right, cool. So let's move on. All right, Lindsey.
Yes, my love. That
Can
is
you
my name.
name some reptiles that spend more time in the water than the land?
Obviously. Alligators.
Yes.
Turtles.
Yes. Some turtles.
I like turtles.
I love turtles.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Are there more?
Yeah.
Snakes on the land.
Well,
Snakes are in the water, but they don't spend more time in the water.
some do.
Really?
Some are more. There's water snakes that are like. There's
Like
definitely
a water moccasin.
Yes,
Remember those in
exactly.
Florida?
Plus, there's also the Costa Rican cat-eyed snake, which we all know about, and something called a file snake.
Obviously.
They're everywhere. And then, of course, Lindsay, there are marine iguanas, and other types of lizards that enjoy the water.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cute.
So the answer to the question that I asked of myself is that they
6 feet.
The answer is that reptiles are both. There are some varieties that spend time in the water and some varieties that spend more time on land, but they breathe with lungs. And a lot of them do spend time in the water. So I was neither wrong nor right, but I was mostly wrong because I made generalizations. Anyway, Lindsay, how long can sea turtles stay underwater until they need oxygen? Is it A, 1 to 4 hours, B, 2 to 5 hours, or C, 4 to 7 hours?
All of these are impressive.
Right.
That they can even do that.
I know. That it could even be as much as an hour. It's a fucking turtle with
Unbelievable.
lungs. And I know.
I recently was in a scenario where there were sea turtles.
I love sea turtles so much.
Pop its head up, and then it disappeared, and I couldn't find it. And I said, "That's okay. He has to come back up for air."
Yeah,
I didn't know.
but not for hours.
4 hours.
Mm.
So what are my options?
1 to 4, 2 to 5, 4 to 7.
Oh, wowzers! 2 to 5?
No, it's actually 4 to 7. Some can spend 7 hours underwater without breathing. Isn't that wild? I know. All right, Lindsay, number 4. Most reptiles are measured from snout to vent. That is the tip of the nose to the how do you say that? Cloaca?
Like a
cloaca.
bird has those.
Is that how you say it?
Cloaca.
I think it's cloaca. All right, hold on. Sorry. Lindsay, number 4. Most reptiles are measured from snout to vent. That is the tip of the nose to the cloaca. Lindsay, what is the cloaca?
It's not only an innie, but it's an outie too. So
that's correct.
I think
Can you be a little bit more specific?
It's where they lay eggs, but it's also where they poop and pee.
Oh, now I don't know that it's where they lay eggs, but it is a cavity at the end of the digestive tract for the release. I think you're right. All of the above.
Anusy things and vaginal
Whoa,
things.
You're right. Okay, look, it says a common cavity at the end of the digestive tract for the release of both excretory and genital products in vertebrates and certain invertebrates.
Innie and an outie.
Specifically, the cloaca is present in birds, reptiles, amphibians, most fish, and monotremes.
What's a monotreme?
I think we did that. Oh, we talked about it. Ooh, we talked about it.
Sounds like the monorail.
That is an above ground train in South Florida.
Monotreme.
It
looks like a porcupine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look. Monotremes are one of the 3 main groups of living mammals, along with placentals and marsupials. We talked about that with Brooks. Mm-hmm. The placentals, right, which is us, and the marsupials, which is the pouchies. And then there's monotremes.
Cute.
Huh.
Cute.
Well, that does look like a porcupine.
I think it's a porcupine.
That
looks like a porcupine to me.
Platypus.
Platypus?
It's the platypus.
Cute.
Because remember we were saying the platypus has babies. Mm-hmm. It lays an egg. Oh, no, it lays egg. Sorry. It lays eggs, but it's a mammal.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. We're so close to being done. Great. So you know about how reptiles lay their eggs and poop.
Great.
Number 5, Lindsay. This is just you're gonna have to guess, and you're probably not gonna know. That's fine. I wouldn't either. What is the smallest reptile and what is the largest reptile? You can even just get like the type of animal.
largest is going to be an alligator.
So it's actually a saltwater crocodile, which can grow to more than 23 feet as adults.
Unbelievable.
Do
you guys realize how big that is?
Yeah. And then so it says largest that it's tied between the saltwater crocodile and a reticulated python, which can grow about the same size.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Smallest?
Yeah.
It's very little. It's very little.
I would think would be a lizard of some sort.
Yes. It's 16 to 18 millimeters, and it's called a dwarf gecko.
Cute.
Dwarf gecko. Hi, little dwarf gecko.
What a cutie patootie.
I know. All right. 2 more questions.
Okay.
Lindsey, what is a terrapin? It's a reptile.
I know. I think it's something with only 2 legs.
No, that's incorrect.
What is it?
It's a type of turtle.
Oh.
It's a type of turtle. It's the word terrapin comes from an Algonquian First Nations word meaning a little turtle. And dictionary.com describes it as a small edible turtle with lozenge-shaped markings on its shell found in coastal marshes of the eastern U.S. So like kind of northeastern, I think, area. Because it goes up to like Canada and such. Yeah. All right, and last question for you, Linz. Talking about turtles, what's the difference between a turtle and a tortoise?
The shape of their shell, and one's feistier than the other one.
No.
One's like skinnier, and one's fatter.
Well, yeah. So tortoises live
tortoises are on land.
Tortoises live entirely on land and have strong, heavy shells, and they live to be so fucking long.
Yeah.
Like when I went to Galapagos, we saw we saw sea turtles, which were literally my best friends. They were my best friends in the world. And then these land tortoises, which were also my best friends. And they were so huge. Like you could ride it. I mean, you can't touch them, but they live to be like, they can live up to like 150 years old. So fucking cool. And then turtles live in water and have lighter, flatter shells. So you're right.
Quick shout out to my sister who we were at the zoo when we were little, and there was a tortoise. And these 2 kids next to us were like these like hillbilly kids, and one of them goes, "You know why they're so huge?" And the little one goes, "Why?" And he goes, "Because they're snobs."
I don't get it.
There's nothing.
I don't get it.
But my sister and I like still like will be like, "You know why they're so huge? They're snobs." That's what he said to his brother.
He's a moron. That kid was stupid then. He's probably even stupider now.
Yeah.
That kid grew up to capital.
Yeah, and that's
what
coming from us, and that's not saying much.
Exactly. Oh, wait, I have one more question for you, Lindsey. It's a multiple choice. What type of animal shares a common ancestor with crocodiles? So this animal and crocodiles have like a way, way, way back ancestor of dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Is it A, amphibians, B, birds, or C, fish? I know. So reptiles and this animal are related through a dinosaur.
You told me reptiles.
They go all the way back.
You just said the answer.
No. What type of animal? Sorry. Let me start over. Lindsey, last question for you here.
Yes.
What type of animal shares a common ancestor with crocodiles in the subclass Archosauria and are technically one lineage of reptiles, but are treated separately as a separate group of animals? So this animal is technically a reptile and shares a common ancestor way back through dinosaurs' times with crocodiles. Is it A, amphibians, B, birds, or C, fish?
Ooh. Fish?
No, it's actually birds.
How?
So birds and crocodiles literally are related distantly, like even more so than crocodiles and amphibians.
Wow.
I know, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Cool bean.
Uh-huh.
All right, should we go to spring break?
Yes. Oh my God, enough learning.
School's out for
Woo!
Summer or spring break. Great. Hold on, I gotta
Great.
find my little script-a-rooney. All right. We're going to play Spring Break, bitches.
Woo!
Everyone, show your TikTok.
Woo! Oh, I almost did it. And I remember we were live.
Kelly,
Yes.
believe it or not, spring break began in Greece and Rome.
Oh, I believe that.
The oranges, it
Mhm.
sounded like I just said.
Well, because you said it.
Origins of spring break can be traced to Greek and Roman celebrations of spring, known in ancient times as a season of fertility and new beginning.
Yeah.
Fertile myrtles. Spring
Yes.
festivities in Greece and Rome revolved around honoring what god? What god would they be honoring for fertility and new beginning? I can give you ABC.
I'm down with that.
Was it Hermes, god of boundaries, travel, communication, trade, language? Was it Dionysus, god of wine, fruitfulness, parties, festivals?
Yeah.
Or C, Aphrodite, goddess of beauty, love, desire, and pleasure?
Ooh, Aphrodite would be good too. But I mean, I know that they definitely had this kind of Dionysus like parties.
Orgies?
Those like orgies and stuff. That makes sense that it would be spring. Although, or was that fall?
I don't know. What would it be?
Like the harvest, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fucking harvest your seed.
You're disgusting.
Sorry.
I'm between B and C.
It's hard.
That's
Dionysus
tough.
or Aphrodite.
But wasn't she more like love, not like lust?
Beauty, love, desire, and
Desire and pleasure.
Hmm.
Let's just go Aphrodite for fun.
It is Dionysus.
That's my instinct. All right.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So, god of wine, fruitfulness, parties, festivals,
Yeah.
madness, chaos, drunkenness, vegetation, ecstasy, and the theater.
Vegetation and ecstasy.
Nothing like a
Yeah, nice
taking some
combo.
ecstasy and eating some broccoli.
That's what I always say.
The modern spring break began to emerge in the 30s, believe it or not.
Ooh, those saucy post-war, pre-war babies.
For years, college students typically passed their spring breaks at home, but in the 30s, the Colgate College spring team
Mm-hmm.
started traveling to blank for training. Before long, swimmers from all around the country started attending competitions in this place.
Mm-hmm.
Was it A, Fort Lauderdale, B, Miami, or C, Panama City, baby? Yeah.
I don't know, but I know that Fort Lauderdale, where we're from, or close to where we're from, was like a big mecca for spring break back in the day. Now, I don't know how far back that goes. I'm just going to go ahead and say it started in the 30s with Fort Lauderdale.
Woo! Oh, that is correct.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feels really good.
We're from the birth
Spring
of spring
break
break,
capital
basically. Yes.
of the United States.
All right. Major news outlets first covered spring break in the 50s.
Okay.
Spring break had spread beyond the pool, baby. Wasn't just swimmers anymore. College students everywhere were heading south to spend their breaks on the beach. Time published its first spring break story called Beer and the Beach in 1959. In the article, one student they interviewed said, "It's not that we drink so much, man. It's blank. Is it A, that we puke so much? B, that we're having fun in the sun? Or C, that we drink all the time? It's not that we drink so much. It's A, that we puke so much. B, that we're having so much fun in the sun. Or C, that we drink all the time."
Drink all the time.
Yeah! Great job.
Dorks.
I just wanted everyone to know that Beer in the Beach
Beer in the beach.
was the first article published about spring break. Oh,
I love it. And then they interviewed the same people at the beginning of the pandemic, and they're like, "We're going to the beach no matter what. You're not taking away our
Yeah.
spring break."
I'm not wearing my mask at a beach.
Dude, fucking douche baggos.
In 1958, Glenn Swathout, a Michigan State University professor, heard that his students were planning a trip to Florida.
Florida.
Curious, he decided to visit Fort Lauderdale and observe this new spring break for himself.
Oh my goodness, he's so daring.
Swathout's travel inspired him to write Blank, a hit book which MGM later transformed into a major film in 1960.
Yeah. Endless Days of Summer.
No, that
Oh.
is incorrect. Give me an
Yeah, give me everything.
I'm
Jaws.
A, Where the Boys Are.
Where the boys
B,
are.
School for Scoundrels.
Ooh.
Or C, The League of Gentlemen.
I have no fucking idea. A.
That is correct. Where the Boys Are.
Isn't that a song?
It is, but it's also a movie, and we should watch it because it's like a really famous movie. And then after the movie came out, thousands of people started going to Fort Lauderdale. They were like, "We want in on this shit."
Fort Lauderdale is not that great.
But at the time, I guess it was.
I mean, I do enjoy. I do like the beach there.
I do love Fort Lauderdale. I love it. It's really great. All right, number 5.
Listen. It has its charms.
It has its charms. MTV's first spring break program premiered in 1986.
Wow.
Their coverage further supported and highlighted the association between spring break and excess partying.
Right.
In response to growing concerns, the American Medical Association began to issue warnings about drinking, drugs, and sexual activity, and a number of colleges and universities began giving students break bags. What do you think was in a break bag?
Condoms,
Mhm.
water, Advil, the Bible.
These are all good guesses.
What was it?
I have here in my notes sunscreen.
Okay,
you have
that's
to protect
fair.
your skin.
Sure.
Sexual assault pamphlets.
Okay, that's good.
Because there was a lot of spring break.
So are you you're gonna grab the pamphlet while you're being sexually assaulted and be like,
Is this something? Something's off here. Okay. In 2015, the Chicago Tribune reported that blank percent of students plan to travel for spring break. Is it A, 30%, B, 50%, or C, 70%?
This is now,
This was in 2015.
and this is what age people?
Students, college students, they were going to places like Miami, San Juan, and Cancun. 30%, 50%, 70%.
I would say 70.
50%.
Oh, okay. The rest were like me and just went home.
And then I want to give a little plug.
Okay.
There's a new trend. There's all these like alternative spring break programs. Like you can volunteer to Habitat for Humanity.
Right. Yeah.
There is an organization called ABS, which is Alternative Spring Break. It's a program that students can aid
ASB?
neighborhoods.
ABS. What is it? Alternative Break Spring?
Yeah, that's weird that they called it ABS.
Oh, backwards.
So they're really trying to get the kids to not party, but the percentages, like kids going and partying, like 50%, and they're getting like 1,000 students since 2006. Like they're really trying.
Yeah.
But kids are still partying. Sorry.
I love you. No, it's like this is this brings out that character.
Yeah, I am a douchebag frat boy spring breaker inside.
Yeah.
So I have one more little game I want to play.
Sure.
Just a quickie.
Yeah, why not?
We haven't played Boarding Pass or Fail in a really long time.
Yes, I love Boarding Pass or Fail.
So it's not our typical Boarding Pass or Fail.
Okay.
It's like not like City or Country. It's not like Cancun or Fort Lauderdale. But it kind of is like Cancun or Fort Lauderdale, where I'm going to say a fact, and you're going to tell me if this happens or is something that has to do with Fort Lauderdale or Cancun.
Okay.
So we're going to play Boarding Pass or Fail.
Cool.
Number 1. Yachting is a way of life here. The city is home to more than 100 marinas and 50,000 registered yachts. It's also the site of the largest international boat show in the world. Is it Fort Lauderdale or Cancun?
You've asked me about this boat show before. I think it's Fort Lauderdale.
That is correct. Have you ever been to the boat show?
I don't think so.
It's real fun. I mean, I don't know if it would be fun after seeing those Trump people in a boat show in like Texas or something where they were all wearing the flag. Like this was pre-Trump that I went to a boat show and it was really fun. Right. I think that would have been a hard time. Also, I'm sorry I brought it up. Okay. Yeah. Number 2. The sand won't burn your feet here because the sand is actually made of crushed coral, meaning it's natural. It will naturally feel cool underneath your bare
You
feet.
doing okay over
Is
there?
it Fort Lauderdale or Cancun?
I think it's Cancun.
That is core.
Correct. Oh,
All right, number 3, scuba diving. Scuba diving.
you're doing real good.
Scuba diving here is a real delight. Enthusiasts can explore a 3-tiered coral reef system right off the coast, along with 76 artificial reefs.
Whoa, Cancun.
No, it's actually Fort Lauderdale.
Really?
And I'm really pissed because I never have gone snorkeling in Fort
Me
Lauderdale.
neither.
They make you go to that John Pennycamp place. Remember that?
I do. I went kayaking there. I've not.
Why didn't we just
I
go
don't know.
in Fort Lauderdale where they're telling you
Let's-
there's 76 artificial reefs?
Well, the next time we both go back there, let's try to go at the same time and go snorkeling together.
Also,
Duh.
just a shout out to Cancun because like when you go there now, it's like senior frogs and a bunch of vomiting assholes. But they have
Spring break.
They have the Great Mayan Reef. They have like the largest sea cave. They
I
have,
would
like,
love to go. I've never been
unbelievable-
anywhere in Mexico. Literally,
Oh,
isn't
I
that
gotta-
insane?
I
I
gotta
know.
take you to Mexico.
Take me to Mexico. I want to go. I don't want to go to Senor Frogs though.
No, we'll go everywhere else. Okay. It has snowed in this city once. January 19th, 1977. There was
Fort
one
Lauderdale.
day.
Fort
That
Lauderdale.
is correct.
I heard about it.
Yeah, that's like
only
not
a few
that-
years before I was born.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
I know. Okay, just 2 more questions. Each made thousands of turtles, not tortoises, turtles.
No turtles.
They returned to their original home to lay eggs
I
on
know.
the beaches of this city. Where is it?
I know.
I saw baby sea turtles being hatched in Vero Beach, but I don't know if that's where it is.
It's not. It's Cancun.
Oh, right, because there's only 2 choices:
Yes.
Cancun or Fort Lauderdale.
But if you are in
but I did see them
Florida-
in Florida.
If you are in Florida, there's a place called Gumbo Limbo. It's
Oh
like
yeah,
in
yeah,
Boca.
yeah.
They'll take you out in the middle of the night. They will
Mhm.
show you the turtles hatching.
Oh,
They
I
protect
love
the
them
sea
so
turtles.
much.
I know, it's so
yeah, you're
cute.
not allowed to turn on lights anywhere near the beach
Mhm.
and stuff like that because they follow the light.
Yeah, I saw them hatch once. I came upon them in Puerto Vallarta, and it was unbelievable. All right, last question. This city has the 3rd busiest cruise port in the world, serving 4 million tourists per year. Is it Fort Lauderdale or Cancun?
That could literally be either one.
I know.
Fort Lauderdale.
It is Fort Lauderdale, and shocker, Cancun does not have a cruise port terminal.
Really?
They actually go to Playa del Carmen.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
Okay.
know that
All right.
until I did my spring break
They're like, we
research.
have enough tourist stuff going on here. Don't give us also a crazy tourist port.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess you like dock in Playa del Carmen and then you drive or
Yeah.
whatever there.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Cool.
so what we learned from this episode is that Kelly has to go to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else? I mean,
I love sea turtles.
I have a few. If I got left back for spring break, I have a few things that I'd like to revisit.
Okay, what?
Well, here's the thing. I was supposed to go to Cancun for spring break, and my mom saw my report card, and she saw that I am failing pretty much every subject, which is why we have this show in general.
Right, because your
I
mom
don't know
made you.
anything.
Your mom made you do this show
And
to
she
make
said,
up your grades because you're still in school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because you're a child.
I wanted to go to Cancun, and I pretended with those spring break quizzes that I actually went somewhere, but I'm actually
Sure.
still in school, and there's a few things I need a refresher on. So
Okay.
if you can please teach me these things. Ready?
Uh-oh, I don't know if I can.
Who was the president in Annie?
FDR.
Great. Is that the one with polio?
Yes. Although it's been speculated that it wasn't actually polio, it was some other kind of degenerative disease. Anyway, moving
Great.
on.
All right, teacher. I don't expect you to name the first 10 presidents, but I'd like for you to give me 5.
Jesus fucking Christ.
5 of the first.
So this, okay, we're
10.
like, you went back and you were like, what are things that we should have learned by now
Yes.
on this show, trying to re-educate ourselves?
Yes.
Have we done it?
Right. So
I don't think I'm going to be allowed to go to Cancun either.
I
Okay.
know. I know.
Well, we definitely have George Washington, John Adams.
Woo! I'm already impressed.
Is that right?
Yes.
Then, and then we've got like a.
I know, it's hard.
Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton. No.
No. Okay.
You've got 2 so far.
Andrew Jackson.
Yes, that's 3.
Who else is on money?
Who else is on money?
Sacagawea.
She was
Not
president. In this
Okay.
list.
She should have been.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
George Washington, John Adams,
Mm-hmm.
Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, of course. Why do I always forget Thomas Jefferson?
James Madison. James Monroe.
Okay.
John Quincy Adams.
Okay.
Andrew Jackson. Martin Van Buren.
Sure.
William Henry Harrison. Who's that?
I've heard his name.
And John Tyler. Who's that?
Who cares?
Who cares? All right, Kelly.
Yes.
Explain to the listeners
Oh God.
the law of relativity.
No. No, I've tried to explain this 3 times on this show, give or take. You explain it this time,
Okay,
bitch.
all right. Break this down for me. Ready?
Okay. E equals MC squared.
Okay.
Okay.
The principle of relativity.
Mhm.
The laws of physics don't change.
Right.
Even for objects moving in constant speed.
Okay.
Why does it say frames of reference?
I don't know, Lindsay.
Constant speed. So the law of physics doesn't change, even though these objects are moving at a certain speed.
Okay.
Okay? I don't know what that means. So, okay. So then I have what is general relativity?
Because there's like special and general. There's like 2 different kinds. It was a whole, like, this theory is not easily broken down.
No. And I even wrote in the law of relativity for dummies.
We're going to have to do this.
What I got.
We're going to have to do it next week. This
General
is going to be an
relativity.
ongoing problem.
Essentially, it's a theory of gravity.
Right. Gravity's involved
The
for sure.
basic idea is that instead of being an invisible force that attracts objects to one another, gravity is a curving or warping of space. The more massive an object, the more it warps the space around it.
Ooh.
That's for dummies. I
That's
still don't really
cool.
understand it, but okay.
Uh-huh.
No, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, all I remember was something about standing on a train,
right.
a moving train, and then there's 2 lightning strikes, one on one side, or one person standing outside the train, one person's
Right.
on the train, and like it looks like it is one happens more quickly than the other, is closer. I don't remember.
Okay, so
I don't know.
The theory is based on 2 key concepts, and I'm going to try to just read this.
Actually, don't even try to understand it.
I'm
Just
just going
read
to
it.
try to read
Just
it,
read it out
and
loud.
then we'll try to see if we can figure it out.
Okay.
First, so this is the first
I
key
already
concept.
hate what I said because I. Okay.
The
Go,
natural world allows no privileged frames of reference. As long as an object...
The fuck does that mean?
All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
As long as an object is moving in a straight line at a constant speed, okay, but with no acceleration, it's just going in a straight
So we're not
line
on the train.
at a constant speed.
Or we are on a train.
The
We are the
laws
train.
of physics are the same for everyone. It is a bit like when you look out a train window
Mhm.
and you see an adjacent train appear to move,
Right.
but is it moving or are you? It's hard to tell. Einstein recognized that if the motion is perfectly uniform, it's literally impossible to tell,
Mhm.
and identified this as a central principle of physics.
Great.
Okay?
Mhm.
Then the second key concept. Light travels at an unvarying speed of 186,000 miles a second. No matter how fast an observer is moving or how fast a light-emitting object is moving, a measurement of the speed of light always yields the same results.
Yeah, the speed of light is a constant thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So whatever that means, we're trying. I don't know. I still don't know what it means.
Oh my God. Yeah. I think I I don't know if that made me smarter or dumber.
Here's what's next.
It made me feel dumber. Maybe it made me smarter.
Here's what's next for us.
Okay.
We get someone in here.
Who knows?
That knows that.
No, but they have
us.
to be be to explain it. Like really explain. We need
I
someone
know.
who explains it to
We need
children.
to do a whole episode.
Then I know. I tried. Really tried to incorporate it. Then there's this whole concept too of like, not a concept, like an actual thing that happens. Like if you were to, there's something about time and space. There's a lot about time and space that's in like this, one of the relativities, one of those
General
theories,
relativity
or no, it might be special. I don't know, whatever. But it definitely has to do with light, the speed of light, and like time and space. So there's something about where if you like get in a spaceship or something, or if you travel at light speed, time travels, like time goes slower for you. Like if you had a watch on and someone else had a watch on, the person on the ground is like, oh, it took you 8 minutes to go light speed around the sky.
Right.
You came back down and you were like, oh, it only took me 3 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
Like your watch would be different. That's a real thing.
Okay.
That's a thing. But
Well,
I can't really explain it.
We don't understand it. If you understand it, please email us at smarter@gmail.com.
FYOUIAMSmarter@gmail.com. Please.
Or write us on Instagram. At Kelly and Lindsey. And please explain it. Come on the show.
Now I'm upset. I'm actually upset now. And now I need to drink a beer on the
But this
beach.
is why we can't go to spring break. We can't go to spring
Until
break
we know.
until we learn the law of relativity.
We're never fucking.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Thank you for listening.
Thank you guys.
Rate, review, subscribe. Tell your friends.
Oh my goodness.
Follow us at Kelly and Lindsey on Instagram, and we'll give you updates on when we're doing our lives.
And really, I know we just said it, but please do rate, review, and subscribe. It really does. If you like our podcast, it really, really does help us like move up in the podcast world, so we can like get sponsors and we can get more like traffic. Like it really does help if you just kind of click that 5-star, keep it simple. If you can write us a review, amazing. It could even just be Kelly and Lindsey are dumb, but they're pretty or whatever. You know what I mean?
Just say something.
Just say something.
Also, if you are traveling for spring break, which I'm not going to shame you. People are getting vaccines. More people are going to be traveling. Please be safe. A lot of people aren't wearing masks. They're not social distancing. So make sure you're an advocate for yourself and make sure you're protecting yourself.
Absolutely.
And we love you. And see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.